Hello everyone, it's Hannah here from Virtually Fluent. Welcome to today's video, which is all about some really useful words, adverbs of manner. Now, these are really exciting words that make our language much more interesting when we're talking in English. If you would like to practice anything that we talk about today, you can go ahead and join our Adverbs of Manner course. I've left the link to this in the description below. But for now, let's get started with some basic rules of the adverbs of manner. So let's take a nice simple sentence. She sings beautifully. And you can see underlined and in pink here is our adverb of manner, beautifully. So these words are used to add more information about the action, the verb, and particularly how this action happened. That is why we use adverbs of manner, to explain the way that an action is completed in a sentence. Although we see lots of adverbs of manner in texts, articles, and in TV series, actually we probably learn more adjectives than anything. But we can easily convert an adjective into its adverb form, and it will become an adverb of manner. There are just a couple of spelling changes, so let's take a look. Now, the basic rule is that we add the letters ly to the end of any adjective, and it will automatically convert into an adverb of manner, which is why beautiful as an adjective becomes beautifully as an adverb. She sings beautifully. This is why bad becomes badly. They speak English badly. But there are always some spelling exceptions. It is English after all. And we're starting with adjectives ending in the letter E, like gentle. Typically, we would eliminate that E before we add Y. He stroked the dog gently. Next is adjectives ending in the letter Y. And we need to eliminate that Y, insert an I, and then our ly. So happy becomes happily. She looked at me happily. Having said that, there are also a lot of adjectives that do end in the letter Y in English, and they cannot follow this rule. For example, friendly. We would never say friendlily. That L kind of gives it away a little bit. And in this case, we would say in a, then we would use the bare adjective, and then way, in a friendly way. She looked at me in a friendly way. Most adjectives that end in ic must add a, l, l, y to form the adverb of manner. Artistic becomes artistically. He painted artistically. There is just one really important exception to this, which is public, and this only adds ly, publicly. He said it publicly. Letters ending in ll only add a y. We would never have three L's next to each other in English. So full becomes fully. I understand fully. And of course, we have just some plain irregular adjectives. So good becomes well in its adverb of manner form. She sings very well. Difficult changes to with difficulty. She did her homework with difficulty. And then we have a whole bunch of adjectives that simply do not change in their adverb of manner form. Fast, fast. Early, early. Low, low. There's no difference in these words. And there's a very small group of words where we have to be quite careful, because it is possible to add an ly ending to these adjectives. However, that does not create an adverb of manner, or it completely changes the meaning, in which case we need to maintain exactly the same spelling in both adjective and adverb of manner form. Let's take the example of hard. Hard is something is solid or something is difficult. And if we use this as an adverb of manner, we maintain that same word, hard. I work hard. If we say hardly with an ly ending, it means rarely or not very often, which completely changes the meaning of the original adjective. So here is a table with a few words that follow that same rule. Now you can see from the example sentences we've looked at so far that the adverb is typically placed after the verb, especially if this is an intransitive verb. She sings beautifully. They speak badly. He painted artistically. If we have a transitive verb, this requires an object and the adverb must go after this object. For example, he stroked the dog gently. He said it publicly. Now, with these particular verbs, we could also put the adverb immediately before the verb. He gently stroked the dog. He publicly said it. That would also be possible. The most important thing to remember is that adverbs do not follow linking verbs. Remember, there's a specific list of linking verbs. The most common one is the verb to be, also to seem, and they simply cannot go after these verbs. We would use an adjective instead. For example, she is happy. We would never say she is happily. She is happy. Verb to be, linking verb. So hopefully you've learned a lot more about adverbs of manner in English. If you did learn something new or you liked today's video, go ahead and hit that like button and of course subscribe to our channel and turn notifications on so you can see exactly when I release a new video, which is on a weekly basis with English grammar, pronunciation and vocabulary explanations. This is Hannah from Virtually Fluent, bringing English to life.